Okay, it's now recording on the cloud. No issues.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay, so here we see that. So what we did, we have given one nmap command over here, same command which we gave before. Okay, and we gave the IP address. Now this is for Windows, right? Now once we gave the command, it happened, it performed scanning part, everything, and now from here we can see the result. So this is the place from where we have to see the result, where it says that not shown something, some ports. Okay, so these are the ports which are open, right? Now we do have port number 80. Basically, your HTTP service is running, so we can open the website. We have port number 1315, which has RPC service which is running, which we can exploit. MS RPC is running. So what you can do now, one by one, you can do nmap and figure it out if there is any vulnerability. We're going to exploit one of the vulnerability over here. This one of the service which is 139. Okay, which is NetBIOS. Then we have port number 443 running, and here we have MySQL running. So this way we understood, okay, these are the services which are running and this is the version of that service. Okay, tomorrow we are going to play with the version also. Today we are going to play with the services first of all. We also have to look for the version. Why we look for the version? Sometimes the version is the older and the previous version. In that case also we can find the exploit for that. Okay, tomorrow we are going to play with the version. I'll show you tomorrow kernel exploit, how we can exploit the kernel. If like you are not running the updated kernel, you're running the previous version kernel, so at that point of time, how do we exploit, how do we find the scripts for that exploit, how do we find the payloads for that exploit? We're going to see that tomorrow. Now we can see that there are so many services running. Now you know how to use nmap to perform the scanning part. Let us scan this 139 port number. Now on this port, NetBIOS, when you talk about, you might have heard of SMB vulnerability, eternal blue. One of the most famous vulnerability this is. Okay, what is this? In your Windows system, no, there is a service which is SMB. Okay, now we have SMB1, SMB2 and SMB3. If it is running, then you have like higher chances that you can exploit that particular system. You can take the access of that system. Okay, how? It basically runs on port number 139. NetBIOS is the service. Now I want to find out, do we have any particular script for SMB? How we do that? We go to nmap cd/usr/nmap/scripts, right? ls-la grep. What do we need to grep? SMB. And we have lots of SMB. Now I don't want to enumerate anything. I don't want to flood anything. I don't want to print anything. What I want to scan for the vulnerability. So these are the scripts I want to use. Okay, vulnerable scripts. So how we do that? So I just need to write --script smb/vuln, because all these contains vuln, but these are the different scripts which is going to run. So let's copy it. Now nmap -p. What is the port number? 139. Space --script. What script? smb-vul. All the scripts after that. Okay. Space IP address, or -pn for ping-not, -v for the verbose mode, and the IP address 192.168.18.152. Let me confirm the IP. Yes, 152. Hit enter. I am only scanning one of the port. Okay. If you want to scan all, I'll tell you one more command. Now, if I want to scan all the ports which are here, okay, I want to run common scripts over there. In that case, what I can do, I can write nmap -s capital C. This is basically script scan everything. Okay, -v for verbose mode, -p and ping-not, -sv for service version, and the IP address. Minus P, because I don't want to scan all the ports. There are 65,000 ports. I don't want to scan all 65. So I'll just provide these port numbers: 80, 135. What happened over here? 139, 445. Oh yeah, my system is not working fine actually. Machine, no? We have exploited this machine, so there were so many issues which we actually now we are facing with this machine. It get disconnected by default.
Sir, is it possible that some of the vulnerabilities will be same for the normal operating system machine as well as for the server, both?
मतलब
सर जैसे हम विंडोज सर्वर को एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, राइट? तो क्या जो वर्नेबिलिटी हमारी सर्वर में है, क्या वही वर्नेबिलिटी हमें विंडोज 7, 8.1 या 10 में भी मिल सकती है?
हाँ, सर्विस अगर से मान लो SMB 1 यूज कर रहे हैं दोनों में, 8 में भी, 9 में भी, 10 में भी,
ओके,
तो फिर वो सर्विस के बेसिस पे हो गई ना। यार चल नहीं रहा।
तो दिस इज नॉट बेसिकली सिस्टम हैकिंग ना? हम सिस्टम हैकिंग तो नहीं बोल सकते इसको?
नहीं, ये सर्वर है, सिस्टम
ओके,
हैकिंग हो गया।
ओके, राइट।
Let's try over here. Minus B. What are the ports open? 80, 135, 139, 80, 135, 139, 443, 445. 3306. 192.168.18.152. So what I did with this command, I am running script command. What is the script command? Now there are top good scripts which are there with Nmap. So this is going to run all those scripts onto these particular port numbers. So whatever service they are running now, on the basis of that, it is going to find the vulnerability for it. And if there is any vulnerability, it is going to show you. And we got something over here. Let's see what we got. Now if you look at over here, so how we start from here, not here. Yeah, start from here. So on port number 80, it says that okay, on port number 80, it says that service is HTTP. This means that they have the HTTP service running, means they have the web application running. Okay, it says that support method is get, head, host, and option. These are the four methods which are running. Apache server they are running Apache 2.2.11. Now see, if this is running Apache 2.2. So there is one vulnerability, we call it XML RPC. Okay, this means that clearly I understood from here that I can exploit this one with web application. Oh, sorry, with the application level DOS attack. So there is one vulnerability application level DOS attack, I can perform it. Second, the service which is RPC service which is running, didn't found anything. We can exploit it again with nmap script only. That BIOS is running, not showing anything. Port 43, again nothing much. And if you come down, port number 445 is open. Windows 2008 it is running. Then 3306 is running and it's running MySQL. So we can also try to connect with this particular MySQL. We can try. Okay, I'll show you how we can do it. And then PostScript, we can see SMB is running. Security mode is guessed, nothing much. Okay, they're running SMB2 and it is vulnerable, but it is not showing me the vulnerability. I don't know why. I think I am writing the correct, correct. Everything is correct. IP address. Okay, by the time it is enumerating, let's try to connect with MySQL. So port number 3306 is running MySQL. Let's try to connect that. So how do we connect it? We just write MySQL. Now MySQL does not generally run on remote access. So this is a remote access what we're trying to do. So it will try to connect MySQL -h, which is host. What is the host? 192.168.8.152. Then -u is for the root. Basically, I'm saying that I am the root. Enter the password. We can try with root. Root. Just try. Not sure whether it will work or not. Okay. It says that host is not allowed to connect. Okay. Let's try with tour. Root and tour. Not allowed. Okay. So basically, we're giving the wrong password. Let's password. Okay. Not allowed. Let's give admin. So I'm just guessing the password. Not allowed. Not allowed. So we can perform brute force attack over here, but that's going to take a lot of time. So generally we do not prefer brute force attack in such cases. Okay, it has tried all the assembly commands, but that's not working. Let me restart this system again. Let's try with another system with a machine. This is another machine which we are running. Machine is running. Let's try. And discover. Okay, I got the IP 1.5. Let's see if we get anything over here. As I told you, Nmap takes little time, and this is what it's doing. It's taking its time to scan it. Actually, machine is vulnerable. I don't know why it is not showing this vulnerability. 2 days before only I found this vulnerability. But anyways, let's try again. This is another machine which we are trying. I don't know if this machine has some vulnerability or not, but this machine have it. $152 is the IP. We got it. Nmap -p minus 192.168.152. Just finding out the IPs, was just finding out the port numbers so that it's ready. And now minus B and script SMB. Port numbers. Okay, let's scan these three: 135, 139, 445, 139, 45. Okay, 16% done. Let's wait for it. This will give us the result now, I think. All right. Okay. So now we have got the result actually. Uh, maybe machine might be creating some issues before. Now see over here, we found something. We can see that it says that it is vulnerable. Okay. Uh, vulnerable and SMB2 exploit. State is vulnerable. ID CVE 20093103. Right. So we got that okay, one of the services vulnerable, which is SMB service, and vulnerability ID is CVE. CVE is basically common vulnerability, and this is the ID for your vulnerability. Okay, and if you want to read about it, you have these reference, you can read about it. Now we have found the vulnerability. Our goal is now to exploit it. Now there are two ways that you can exploit it: manually, or you can use MSF console to exploit it. Okay, now let's see how we can use MSF console to exploit it. So just we'll have to start MSF console is basically your metasploit. So how do you start metasploit? MSF console. Just write MSF console. It is going to start the metasploit for you. Okay. So let us close this one, the scan. It's taking a lot of time. Let us close this machine as well. Okay. That's taking a lot of time. That's why we're starting from here. So this is starting your metasploit, and over here also it is starting your metasploit. This was taking time, so I just started it manually. Now MSF is one of the very amazing and very nice tool which we use for exploitation purpose. The tool is being, you can use the tool for so many purpose, likewise for enumeration purpose, for finding out the information, but I think this is best for exploitation only. Enumeration and finding information, I have already told you, like Nmap is one of the best tool for that, so stick to Nmap instead of this. Nmap also have one of the version, Zenmap. I like Nmap much better than Zenmap. So try to understand and learn commands for Nmap instead of taking support of Zenmap. If you are a tester in any particular company, no security tester, so you should know the commands. It is very, very, very important that you are understanding the commands and you know how to use those commands. What is the meaning of each command? That is very helpful. Okay, so let it start. It takes a lot of time. Metasploit. Wherever it will start, will okay started. Now, how we use it? So this is your Metasploit. Okay. Now, when you will start your Metasploit, now there is a possibility you might see something else onto your screen. How? So this banner, now every time you will start Metasploit, the banner will be different. So if I'll write banner, it is going to change the banner. This is the banner. If I'll write banner again, it's going to change the banner. Banner is going to change the banner. Right? So again and again, it's going to change the banner. But let's clear everything. Now, I found that we have this particular application which is vulnerable. Okay, what is the ID? ID is CVE20093103. Now I want to see, do we have any exploit for this in Metasploit? How do you search? Just write search and provide the number. Hit enter. If we have any exploit for this, it is going to show it to us. If not, it is not going to show it to us. Okay. Now we can see that we have 3 exploits available. Something, 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 something. Okay, normal, normal, good. So we're going to use the good one. How we use it? You just copy this particular exploit. Now there are two things. One is auxiliary, another is exploit. So auxiliary means that when you want to perform other activities than exploit, okay, you can see auxiliary / DOS. So you never perform DOS attack, right? You're not allowed to. So you know, anyways, you're not going to use it because you're not allowed to perform DOS attack. Auxiliary DOS, you're not allowed to perform DOS attack, so you don't use it. It says that exploit, so we are going to anyways use this. Okay, copy this one. This is how you actually choose the exploits. You don't choose the auxiliary for now. When you're performing exploitation, you choose the one which has exploit. Okay, so copy this one, and then how we use it, just write use space exploit name, hit enter. This is running very slow. I don't know why. Okay, we are inside the exploit. Now our job is to take the reverse connection of this particular application. For that, we need to set up the payloads. Okay, so by default it has set up this payload which we are supposed to set up. Okay, still, how do you set up? First of all, if you want to see the payloads, how do you see the payloads? You write show payloads, hit enter. It is going to show you lots and lots of payloads. Now every time you're performing these exploitations, we need to take the reverse connection of the system. Okay, how we take the reverse connection? There is a meterpreter session into your system. Through that you take the reverse connection. Either you choose this one, Windows shell reverse TCP, or you choose this one, Windows meterpreter reverse TCP, this one. Okay, for now we are choosing this one, Windows meterpreter reverse TCP. So now we have seen the payload, we have copied the payload. We need to set the payload. How do you set it? You use set payload. Hit enter. Oh, sorry. Set payload and payload name. And the payload has been set. Okay. Now we have set up the exploit. We have chosen the payload. Now we need to give the data. Data like which particular IP address I want to hack. So you write show options. We'll show you what are the options required by this particular application. So it says that these are the options which are required. So you see required option, required field. It says yes, yes, yes. In front of that, it says name. And in front of name, it says current settings. So these are the requirements. Okay, these three and these three. What is required? First, rhost. Rhost is required, yes. What is rhost? You have the description over here. The target host. What is target host? Means the one you are attacking on. So need to provide the R host. R port already provided. You don't have to do anything. Okay, wait 180. Yes, already given. Then over here, something, yes. L host provided, already given. L port already given. Now what is L host? L host is local host, which is your IP address. R host is remote host. Remote host is basically remotely which you're going to attack. Okay, so you need to provide your target IP over here. Okay. Now everything is set up, just the R host is required. Now how to set up the R host? You write set R host. The way R host is written, you have to write it that way. R hosts, right? And the IP address 192.168.18.152. R host is set up, everything is set up. Let's confirm, show options, hit enter. We can see that R host is set up, right? Now we have given everything. Exploit is set up, payload is set up. We have given the all the data which was required by your application. All the data which is required by your application, we have given that also. Now we just need to exploit it. How we exploit it? We write run, hit enter. If this exploit works for you, it is going to create a reverse connection for you. If this exploit does not work for you, it is not going to create a reverse connection for you. And we can see that it has created the reverse connection for us. So it has opened the Meterpreter session for us. See that? Okay. Now, if I'll write help command is going to show me what all commands I want. I can write it. Okay. Now, first of all, let's confirm whether the session has been created. How? Just write sysinfo. Sysinfo means system information. Give me the system information, and you can see the system information from here. What is the system information? It says that Windows 2008 we are using, right? And system architecture is x86, and work group we have, and all those things. So you can see it over here. So this means that we have taken the access of the particular system, right? Now these are the commands which you can look at over here. When I write help, these are the commands which I can use to exploit this particular system. So I can type these commands, I can use these commands for exploitation. Now let's say I want to see what's happening on the screen. Okay, so let's say right. Now let's say I want to dump the hash data of that particular application. So I just need to write hash dump. So you can see hash dump the content of the SAM database. What is SAM database? SAM is a folder in which your Windows passwords are stored. So you can see I got the hash data of that particular system. So I can get to know what is the password for this particular system. It was logged off. So there are two accounts. One is guest account, one is admin account, one is ISL account. So these are the hash data. So now then later on I can go to crack station, or I can use John the Ripper to crack the hashes. Okay, this is one thing. Second, if you go up, you want to, let's say, start the web camera of that particular server if they have the, so you can use these commands. Now they don't have any web camera, so we cannot do that. Okay, record mic. If they have mic, you can record whatever they are saying. You just need to type this command, that's all, nothing else. Okay, you want to take the snapshot, what's happening onto the screen. Grab the screenshot of the interactive desktop. So screenshot, copy, and it is going to take the screenshot. So in the root drive, we can see it has taken the screenshot. Let's go to the drive and see what's happening on this screen. So this was, what was the name? CGX-GID. It's supposed to be blank. Okay, it's blank, right? Why this is blank? Because over here, you see, it was blank. Now, if I'll take the screenshot, it is going to show me this one only. Let me show you again. Sorry. Screenshot, hit enter. CVKV something. Oh, here we are. Now see. Now it is going to show you this screen, log screen. Because the screen is locked, that is why it is going to show you the log screen. See that? So we are able to take the screenshots, right? Now, these are the commands which you just need to copy. You can read about the commands and you can read about it. Now, how do I read the data of this particular server? I want to go inside this particular server, right? I want to read the data. How do we read the data? Now, I cannot write the commands over here. To read the data, I need to take the shell access. What is mean by shell access? It means that I need to take the access of the command prompt, right? How do we do that? We just write shell, hit enter, and it is going to create a shell for you. And I am inside C drive, inside Windows, and I'm inside system32, right? If I now want to basically look how many users they have, so what I'll do, net user. Okay, so we have 3 users: admin, guest, ISL. If I want to create my own user, I can create my own user, or I want to change the password of any user, I can do that. Okay, let's try if we can do that or not, because generally to change the uh, password we need a root access, admin privileges. Let's see if we can do that. I'm not sure. Let user ISL and new password, let's say Koti. Password does not meet the policy requirement. Check the minimum policy requirement. Okay, so again, net user ISL Koti @123. Okay, so you can see I just changed the password of the user, right? So isn't it wonderful? Like you just change the password. Now this guy has no idea that you have changed the password of the system, and then now he'll not be able to log in, right? You just sit at your place. You're not even like looking at the server. All you need is the IP address, and also you got the IP address by just scanning your network. And once you have scanned your network, this was the data, and then you just got the access. Right? If you want to create a new user, you can also create a new user. So you just write net user, sorry, net user, and then username, let's say Pratika, and then give the new password. Sorry, Pratikal, password, let's say QWERTY @123, and then slash. So now if I write net user, we have 4 users: admin, guest, ISL, and Pratikal. So this way, now if I want to see different, let's say list file, sorry, dir, these are the directories we have. Okay, if I want to go inside any of the directory, we can go. I want to go, let's say in cd dot, we're inside Windows. What are we are inside Windows? dir, these are the files. Anywhere I want to go inside over here, I can just cd and go inside. I want to download, I can download. I want to upload any file, I can upload any file. So all those things, then we can do it. Okay, that's like, I mean, we just need to take the reverse correction. That's most important. Clear this one? समझ आया? How we do it?
Yes, sir.
About you, Ansh? समझ आया? Subhajyoti? Vikas?
But I guess more clear will be then when we perform the practical.
Yeah, more will be clear when you will perform the practical. So understand the methodology. This is most important thing, because now see, there are so many ports, so many services which you can exploit, which is like impossible to learn at one go or in the ISCP course. So what do you have to do? Now this is also how your exam is also going to come. Okay. Your exam also, this is what you are going to get. You're going to get the machines, and you have to exploit these machines, and you have to basically perform actions on these machines, these kind of exploitation, and then you will be able to clear it. So what your homework is now, your homework is to basically perform the activity on the machines. Okay. Download this machine. First of all, download this pumpkin garden. Now there are different levels of machines. There are so many levels of machines. These were the easiest machine I have shown you. Tomorrow I'm going to show you some of the one machine more we are going to do little bit high level. Okay. In that you are going to understand how to exploit from outside. Like today we did something, we used tool to exploit it, right? Tomorrow we are going to exploit it on our own. Like we'll be looking for the exploit and then we'll be uploading that exploit. Your homework is basically first of all do pumpkin garden. Okay. I hope you guys have Windows 7, which I have provided you. You guys have Windows or Windows XP? The one I provided you. Do you guys have this one? Because the one I have given is vulnerable. The one you will download yourself from the internet, no, that is not vulnerable. So you'll not be able to practice on that. So if you have Windows XP and Windows 7, the one I provided you, you will be able to perform this practical Windows practical assembly practical. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it because it's important that port is open and service is running over there. Okay. Second, what you have to do is you have to basically, like later on, not for like today's homework, later on, now how you have to practice about the servers, how you have to practice for the servers. You have to download the machines from one server, one hub, and practice. Now what kind of machines? You have to first start with the easy machines. Okay, then you have to go the medium level and then difficult. I'll say five machines all. Once you will do these five machines, no, then only you will gain some confidence. Now these machines, okay, how do you solve it? Now you have not ever done these machines, how will you be able to solve it? You will find the walkthrough of these machines. Okay, how you find? Just go to Google, whatever machine you are doing, just write the walkthrough. So if I want to see the walkthrough of any machine, so just write walkthrough of pumpkin garden 1. So you will be able to see the walkthrough. So people have solved these machines and they have uploaded the walkthrough. Walkthrough means how they have solved it. Each and every step you will be able to find. So over here, you see what they did. They will be telling you the penetration methodology, how they have done it. First, they scan the network with Nmap. Then they performed enumeration, how? Anonymous login, which we did. Then they search for the directory. Then they connected through SSH. This is what we followed, right? So now they have the steps. So what he did, this guy, first of all used nmap minus pn minus a and the IP address. We gave some other commands, this guy gave some other commands. Okay, and he got this result. We got some other result, he got some other result. But the data which we found with the next command was same as this guy. Second, what he did, he enumerated with FTP. So he got connected with FTP, but we did, he used ls, then he used get command, he used cat command. That's what we did, right? Same way, he went to this particular area, he did directory buster, and then he was able to find this particular data. He went online, sorry, he gave the command echo base 64 minus, which we did. So I showed you both the ways that you can go online and perform it, or you can do it this method. But in the end, he used some another way. Okay, so he went to this particular web application, he downloaded this one. Okay, he read the data over here and then he executed that command. Okay, he did in the last, this guy did in a different manner, we did in a different manner. So everybody will be having a different approach to the machine. It is not that everybody will be performing the same activity. Likewise, you can also find the slash image folder by going to the source code also. Okay, different people, different approach. You just, if you are not able to solve it, read the walkthrough, then you will be able to solve it. Okay, so whatever machine you are doing, you just have to do that. But make sure you are not directly jumping onto the difficult one. Okay, when you will open the machine, no, it will be written over here what is the level of the machine. If not written, just avoid doing that machine in the starting, because I don't want you to basically feel that you are not able to understand things. Okay, so in the starting, make sure you are only doing the simple machines. If you will go to the high end machines, no, खुद समझ नहीं आएगा, सब सर के ऊपर से जाएगा और आप कहोगे कि दफा कर इसको. And I really don't want that, because this is one of the most important part of your cyber security field. Okay, so you can see difficult level is easy, so we can try for it. So if you first try to do it, if you don't understand it, just go to and look for the walkthrough. This is 2.4 GB machine. So machines are also little heavy. ऐसे नहीं कि हल्की machines है, 2-2 GB की machines है. When you will download this one, it will give you a OVA file. You just double click on OVA file, it will directly open into your virtual machine, VMware basically. Okay, when it was uploaded on 9 December 2020. So I suppose there will be no walkthrough. Okay, let's see, we do have walkthrough or not. Chill hack. Okay, we don't have walkthrough for this. We don't have walkthrough for this. So you have to try it on your own. If you're not able to try, we can just leave that machine for now. Okay, there is no walkthrough for this because the new machines now, they generally don't have walkthroughs. See this one. This one it says easy. This one is of 4th December. Level is easy. Description, it's a Linux box. Okay. So just try to do it, and then we'll continue this session tomorrow. Understood whatever I did today? समझ आया? I really don't want to overload with
Yes,
you
sir.
of information today. That is why I'm not showing you the other machine. If you'll go for the other machine, you'll be like from where we're getting this command, how we get this. The time consumption of other machine is very less. I mean, 5-6 steps and finish. But understanding is way too difficult. So that is why I'm just I just want you to try these things, and then we're going to the next step. Okay, Chalo. So any questions from today's session?
Sir, if we are running multiple virtual machines, will it going to affect the system? Like, I guess system will get
होगा.
slow or something.
स्लो होगा, बहुत स्लो होगा. अगर आपके पास रैम है ना अच्छी,
Like minimum configurations required for such things.
like minimum if I'll say 12 GB RAM if possible, 12 GB possible नहीं है, 8 GB ले लो.
And processor?
i7 i7 है,
नहीं sir, i3 है, 4th generation.
i3 4th generation.
उस
अभी
पर
के लिए ट्राई देख, अभी के लिए ट्राई कर सकते.
ठीक है सर,
रैम
ठीक
कितनी
है.
है, रैम कितनी है उसमें?
सर रैम है 16.
16. ठीक है, हो सकता है, कोई इशू नहीं होगा.
Okay, so minimum requirement is i7 if we want to go for a new
आजकल के लिए
laptop.
या मिनिमम i7 एंड यू शुड हैव मिनिमम 12 GB रैम. 16 हो सकती है तो वो तो बेस्ट ही है,
Okay.
बट 12 नहीं हो सकता तो 18 ले लो.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. चलो फिर practice करो इसको और let me know if you guys face any issue in this. Okay. Then tomorrow you can ask me, and tomorrow you can ask me other queries also before, even if you have faced any issue in any of the topics. So tomorrow we'll be resolving the queries for other topics also, and then we'll start with a new topic tomorrow again.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
The server one, and then we'll start.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Bye, bye, guys. Good night.
Bye. Good night.